Hello everyone, super exciting video today. It's the final episode in my Create This Book 2 series. I am absolutely very excited to be finished this. It's so hard to work in right now, but this is what it looks like. Stay tuned for a lot of exciting videos about the completion of this, but if you want to check out the entire playlist, I will leave that link down below. There are a lot of videos about this process, so let's get going. And the first prompt says, create ugliness out of beauty, choose something you think is beautiful and find a way to make it ugly. So I started by choosing something that I knew I wanted to do for the ugly part, which is an alligator, and I think they're the ugliest things ever, and I couldn't even look at a reference photo online because I'm just so grossed out by how they look. So the cute thing is this little frog. So that's what is beautiful, and I'm going to turn the frog into something ugly, which is the alligator. So I decided to make this little magic wand with some sparkles on a separate piece of paper, so I'm like turning the frog into the alligator. I couldn't really think of an idea for this page, so this is what I got. I was like running low on ideas after doing so many pages. I'm trying to finish this out now, so on the bottom I have the frog with some little flowers in the background, and I wanted to make it look super colorful and cute. And then I have an arrow to kind of make it look a little bit more obvious in what I'm trying to show on this page. In the background of the frog section, I did some stripes in some pastel colors to add to the color scheme. Here I am using my favorite Tombow markers, and as you can see, the book is like so not fun to work in right now. It's just like I have a million binder clips and I'm just trying my best to keep it open. It's not working. In the background of the alligator section, I'm using colored pencils in like some brown colors. I'm trying my best to color it in because I didn't want something as bright and vibrant as the frog section, and if you know me, I hate colored pencils, but here we are again. It's only half a page, so it's really not the end of the world. 'Cause you got me running all over this town. Cause I'm trying to figure out. And because I'm always on a mission to make my page more exciting, I'm adding some extra texture with these stickers I found in my sticker binder for the frog section, and there were some glue spots on the alligator section that the pencil crayon couldn't really cover, as you can kind of see, so I ripped up some brown craft paper and glued that on top, and I think it just adds some more texture and makes the pencil crayon look a little bit better because it was like not looking too good before. And here's the final page. I think it actually looks pretty cute, even though alligators are disgusting and I can't even really look at them ever. This one is like okay, even though it's still a little bit creepy in my opinion. Okay, the next page, I think this page has the prompt, create something with colors you like on one side and then colors you don't like on the other side. This one was kind of a process because I started by drawing out all these little picture frames, or I guess like postcard or stamps, but then I was struggling to paint them, so drawing it out was completely useless because I just cut it all out and glued it back onto some craft paper. So ignore all of that drawing over there. I'm painting these out on the left with colorful paint because I really don't hate any color. Same thing goes over here on the right where I'm using colors I don't like. I'm using gray because if I had to choose a color that I didn't like, gray would really be at the top, but I mean, of course, gray has its use and it's sometimes good, only sometimes. Then I'm cutting out all of these little painted pictures, so on both of the sides, because I wanted to make them look like stamps. I've seen like lots of really cute art with that, so I'm going to glue these onto some scrapbook paper, and then with a scalloped edge scissor I'm cutting around there. I feel like I haven't used the scalloped edge scissor enough because it was so fun and I think it just adds some great texture. And I'm adding some extra details with Posca paint pens and gluing all of these into the book. As you can see, there is some bleeding through of Evermore Taylor Swift from the previous page, but I just covered that up with all of the little stamps. And I have a stamp collection from the thrift store that I've had for many years, so to add some more color I just glued some of those on and they're really fun. So I put some colorful ones on the left and some gray ones on the right, and that's the completed page.
can't really take it anymore. The stress is building up inside my heart.
The next prompt is create an inventory of things you own. For this one, I didn't really do like a theme or a clever way to decorate the page. I just wanted to use up these stickers that I've had for a couple of years now. I used them in a bullet journal like maybe 3 years ago. I got them at IKEA for like under $1. So I've had them around and I think the colors are really pretty. So I chose some markers to complement the color scheme and began by coloring in my background over here. So I have some greens and yellows. I'm using a combination of my Tombow markers and Crayola Super Tips, and this page was actually easier to do than any of the other ones just because it's right in the middle instead of on the edge so that the book doesn't like completely flop over on top of you. So once I drew all that, I'm just covering the page with stickers. There's like, this page is kind of lame in my opinion, but I mean, I was exhausted at this point, honestly, doing so many of these prompts. I was doing like 5 a day and I was out of creativity, I guess, at this point. But I mean, I do like how the colors turned out. And then I did the actual prompt and wrote in all of these things for inventory, just of things that I could see around my desk. I'm adding some little sparkles with the colors like red and this like greenish yellow color. And that is the completed page, so nothing super special, but like I said, the colors are cool and it was a good way to use up or start to use up some of those stickers that I have. And the last page of the video has to do with documentation of something that you have or own. So I found all these beads and like old Shrinky Dinks in my craft closet. So I decided to use those because they were calling my name and they were like probably 15 years old. So I thought that'd be cool. So I made this little picture frame with a black gel pen. Sorry, I almost forgot the name of a black gel pen. And then I filled it in and I threaded all of the beads onto a thread, glued that all in, and then I'm adding some details and doodles in the background because I wanted this to be like completely black and white. And then I'm just writing about all of these things on that piece of fake loose leaf and just filling it in, adding some arrows, some shooting stars, rainbows, some fake tape and hearts, and then I had some more Shrinky Dinks that I found and I glued them over here. Also, let me know if you used to be into Shrinky Dinks or still are, because honestly they were so fun. I had these like klutz books and that's how I got into it, but now I'm actually out of the plastic, so I can't really do it anymore because I think that'd be super fun to bring back and like do a page in here. But once I was done, I glued that in. This one was like right at the edge, so I was struggling big time, but I got it in and trimmed the edges, and that is how this one turned out.
I can't really take it anymore.
That is it for today's video, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I guess that's it for this entire series. So stay tuned for a flip through and also another exciting video, and I will see you in my next one.
Waiting around for you to call back. Pacing around.